Hello, Bulldogs, and welcome to another season of Open Line on Air. The Garfield Heights City Schools uses this form of communication so that the district can share important information with you. This program is broadcast on our very own GHTV and is posted on YouTube and on our website as well. Plus, it's a fun and informative way for you to see face-to-face some of the important people involved with our schools. Today, we have a very veteran guest of this program and also of the Garfield Heights community, Mr. Al Sluka. Welcome, Mr. Sluka, to our discussion today. It will revolve around Issue 113, which is the district's renewal levy. This is on this year's November ballot, and Mr. Sluka and I will review some of the important aspects of Issue 113. Just to ensure that the viewers at home know that Issue 113 does not raise your taxes. Mr. Sluka has always maintained very high standards for transparency, and so let's begin. Can you start by telling the viewers at home a little bit about Issue 113?
Yes, I can, and I want to thank you for having me back on. It's a pleasure to be here. Issue 113 is a renewal of a levy that was first passed back in 2012. It was to help gap a shortfall in our revenue stream due to falling taxes, and it helped us bridge the gap moving forward. And this is a renewal of that levy that was passed 5 years ago. It won't raise taxes.
And that was going to be my question. It won't raise taxes, and we want to make sure that we continue to tell the community of Garfield Heights about that.
And that's exactly what we're going to tell them. It won't raise taxes. When we first passed this levy, we told the community we would be back in 5 years. If they like what we were doing, we were going to ask for this renewal, and that's exactly what we're doing. We spent the money prudently, and now we're back after the 5-year period to ask them to renew this levy that they first passed 5 years ago.
And this will be a 10-year levy?
We're going out 10 years. The state law has changed, and we are now allowed to go out for 10 years. And the reason we want to go out for 10 years is actually threefold. First is it lets us to be more fiscally sound going forward. It presents stability to the district, and it's able for us to cost project out knowing this revenue is in place to well into the future. Second, every time we come on the ballot, we incur election costs. And so less frequent election costs, less cost to the district. And thirdly, frankly, voter fatigue. Every 5 years, you're going to see this levy come on or other levies that we may need. And frankly, voters don't like to see all these levies come on because it's really confusing. If we can go out 10 years, it's good for the district, it's good for the community, and it's good for the schools.
So when 113 passes, what are we going to use this money for?
When 113 passes, we are actually going to use this money for the operations of the district. And I brought some figures here that I wanted to share with the public, just so they know where their money is going. And let me just say this, the figures that I'm going to go over are also up on our website. So that if they want to double check my facts, they can go to the website, go under the treasurer's portion, and all of our financial information is there. So just so everybody at home knows, 72% of our budget goes towards instruction, and that covers regular, that covers special, it also covers the other instruction, which is our intervention specialists. An additional 10% goes to support services. That supports our teachers and our staff. Another 12% goes to just running the district, and that's anywhere from principals down to the fiscal side of it, the business side of it. And then we have 8% goes to building maintenance, another 2% goes to transportation. That's all part of the operations of the district, and that's what it all entails, and that's what that levy will cover, is to help support the operations of the district. There's many facets of our operations, and that's what it'll go to support.
So 113 is very important.
Very important.
So what happens if it doesn't pass?
If it doesn't pass, that's 1/4 of our local revenue. Take $4 million or take 1/4 out of your local revenue and try to make up a $4 million shortfall. Put it in terms of salaries and benefits and the number of people. Put it in terms of the operation, building, maintenance side, taking a significant portion of your revenues and try to run a district. It's a very important piece. That's why we asked the voters to vote for it 5 years ago, and that's why we're asking them to renew it now because it is a very important piece of our revenue structure and to moving forward our district operations.
You and I recently attended a city council meeting, and we have some good news to share.
We have great news to share. First of all, we want to thank the mayor and the city council. They have wholeheartedly endorsed this renewal. In fact, a few council people, namely Councilman Dudley, Councilman Vaughn, and the mayor all came out and said how important this levy is to the schools, how we need this to move forward and not take that step back because the education of our children is the most important thing. I want to thank them for those kind words because it is true.
Obviously, we're getting great support and we're seeing good things. How else could other people find out about the levy?
Well, we have a newsletter coming out. We also will have some mailers coming out. Well, we have our website. We have Facebook. We have a variety of places that you can go and get the information. And you've heard me say on this program before, go out and get the information. Go out and find out where it's at. Numbers are everywhere. They can call you, they can call me. We're on our website. We have email addresses. We will be pushing information out. Go out and look for it. If you're not getting the information, go find it. It will be there. You're gonna see it all over issue 113.
So there you have it. Issue 113 is no new taxes. It's a renewal levy that will go towards transportation, building and facility maintenance, and other educational programming and resources. I want to thank Mr. Sluka, our treasurer, for being here and sharing about this issue and about all the ways that you can learn more about the finances and the district. Please take time to be informed about issue 113. Many students today and in the future are depending on it. Thank you for watching this edition of Open Line on Air, and I'm your proud Superintendent, Terry Olszewski. And as always, go Bulldogs!